All right. Good evening. It's Tuesday, and that means it's Rocks with Rhi night. And I'm Rihanna. I am the visionary, the creatrix, and the stone maven at the Dreaming Goddess. Thanks for joining me. Hello, everyone. How are you? Yeah, welcome to the first Tuesday in May. Can you believe it's May? So the video that we posted for our Sunday Funny is really exactly how I feel. What do you mean it's May? What do you mean it's Beltane? It's March. What? April's gone? Where did April go? The Stone Maven, yeah. That's me, Kiva. How are you, girl? Yeah, like April's gone. It's May. So I hope you had a fabulous Beltane weekend, and it was a treat to see so many of you yesterday at our opening. Thank you for joining us, and I hope that you're sitting with your new Dreaming Goddess wine glass full of your deliciousness. Maybe you won a bottle of wine and you're drinking that. How fun. So today Brittany, hi, honey. Is Jay with you? Hello, Jay. My little friend. I hope you're all well. Yeah, so tonight I want to talk to you about opals. There you go. So I'm pretty sure we have talked about opals before. I definitely have talked about them during the lives. Oh, thank you. I'm glad, Janine. I'm glad you were able to make it. So I haven't done an official Rocks with Rhi night with Opal. So here we go. It's our official. Hello, everybody. All right, here I go. So, opals. I want to start by reading you this little piece that just really kind of starts it off. Oh, the spectral delight that is opal, the eye stone. Like lightning in a rainbow, it flashes its brilliance with even the slightest movement and claims notice by all who witnesses its phenomenal fire. This is a stone so dedicated to the eye, so pleasing to the sight. It inspires love and hope, innocence and purity, luck and happiness. Yeah. That is what this is. That's what they're talking about. The deliciousness of opal and its stunning, stunning color. So, let me show you just a few. So these are some of the opals that we brought back. They're all Ethiopian opals. This one, they're pricey. This one is $108. Goes by weight and grams. Wait till you see this one. Look at this blue one. Oh my gosh. Now this little one, this one is $45. All right, let me tell you about these opals. So, one of the things about opals is that you don't find them in any archaeological dig. Why? Because they break. They crack, they break, and that's the end of your opal. So they certainly don't last thousands of years. They are stunning, right, Janine? So, let's talk about what opals are before I tell you some fabulous history. So opals, they're actually putting them, this one's really thin, you can see the price tag right through it, but they are so gorgeous, right? So opals are actually not really even considered a mineral. They're considered a mineraloid. They've been demoted from mineral to mineraloid. Isn't that funny? Because there is absolutely no crystalline structure at all. It's amorphous. What's the word? amorphous, amorphous. Amorphous is the word, which means it has no crystalline structure. The only other mineral like that is amber. Amber also has absolutely no crystalline structure. It can't be cleaved, nothing. Where at least obsidian can be cleaved, and it does have some structure in it. This one is 118. Don't worry, we got small opals also. I just brought the bigger ones home to show you because I could. But we got lots of small ones that are $5 and $10 also. I got you all covered. So, opals, what they are is, well, first off, they're very soft. They're 5.5, 6.5 on the Mohs scale. They are 5 to 20% water. And what they really are hardened silica gel. What happens is that they are an optical illusion. They're an optical effects. All right. They have zero color in them. Zero color. And little minute, microscopic, uniformly sized little teeny silica spheres, tiny little silica spheres, followed the water down into the sediment, down into wherever it's going, mostly sediment. And imagine ping pong balls all falling into a box. And you know how they just perfectly lay out just sweet in a box? When the silica spheres do that in the sediment, it creates a uniform grid where light comes in. And now they pack them really tightly, right, in the ground like this. But when light comes in, it maneuvers and weaves its way through these spheres and is reflected back out through the liquid, through the water. It's crazy. So that's what it is. That's what makes up an opal. Silicone, little teeny silica spheres. They gel, they're a little gel, they harden, they're compacted into this tiny little space. Now, imagine all those ping pong balls just kind of fall into the box in a crazy haphazard way. Then you get common opal, patch opals that do not have any fire. And the fire and the flash is all the reflective coloring, right? All right, so that is called a precious opal. They are very rare, hence their cost, right? They come mostly from Australia. 97% of the opals come from Australia. Some come from Ethiopia, like our opals came from Ethiopia, and some come from Mexico. But that's basically the three places where the market opals come from. And but the common opals, they grow everywhere. They're mostly white, right? A white opaque, but then there's all the common colors, right? We have pink opals, we have white opal, we have black opal, we have blue opals. Everything can be a common opal, but to be a precious opal, it has to have that flash and it has to have that organized grid inside it. And they often will grow inside fossilized shells, bone, wood. But in Australia, it's mostly sediment. And in Mexico, it's in volcanic rock. So it's interesting how in the different places, it's grown in different ways and really produces a very, very different opal. All right? Okay, so precious opals or rainbow opals, they're called. All right? Have had a crazy rap in history. So in 1827, 29, Sir Walter Scott wrote a book. And this book, it's funny how books, so back then in 1829, books was the social media, right? Like that's all, we didn't have any other way of communicating ideas and concepts, right? We didn't have social media then. But this book, he wrote a book, and the main character, her name was Lady Hermione, and she was a demoness, and she wore an opal in her hair. And when she was angry, the opal was bright red. And when she was happy, it was whatever other color. But the big thing that happened was at the end of the story, holy water drops on her opal, and she becomes ill and dies within 24 hours. So for about 50 years, until 1887, whatever, 50 years later, the market tanked. I mean, it tanked immediately after the book was published and stayed that way. No one wanted opals. They thought they were bad luck, that they would, they were just bad luck, period. In the late 1800s, 1890 something, they discovered this amazing black opal in Australia, and then it just changes everything about it. Also, jewelers 100 years ago, 200 years ago, whenever, didn't understand that opal has such a high water content that if not cared for correctly, it would break. So when jewelers were setting them and cutting them and creating jewelry with them, they would break. And so they just thought of them as bad luck. But what we know now is that untended to, your opals will break. So what you need to do is not leave them in the sun. Please don't store them in a bank vault because they have humidifiers. Not that any of us are storing our shit in a bank vault these days, but just in case you thought about it. It needs to stay moist. And if you've had it, if they've been passed down from generations and generations, those are the opals that are at this point most apt to crack. You might want to soak them. They're very porous. Soak them in water, but never soak them in any chemicals other than water. Like, don't get them wet. So you need to, you can get them wet, but never get them a chemical wet because, like I said, they're porous. And so it will ruin your opals. But if you have heirloom opals, get them in some water. Definitely don't store them in a safe. Okay, those are my precautions about them. All right, yeah. So why do you want to wear an opal? One of the things that comes to mind for me, first off, is about how it works in nature. So I want to read this piece to you. Another piece that I loved reading. I'm going to tell you this first, then I'm going to read this. So it's about how it reflects light. It's an empty slate. There's no color in the opal. And then it takes in light and reflects back out. I think that that's one of the most important lessons of the opal, is that what we take in, we need to figure out how to process that. Like, we are often a reflection of who we hang with and where we are, and how to maneuver with that energy, remembering that what we put out comes back to us, right? That's one thing. But also to remember, own what's yours and put back out what is not yours. Oh, Kiva, yeah, absolutely. It's pretty humid there. You're going to be safe. Oh, yeah, You got to be careful. I don't know about the oil. Mom always stored heirloom opal rings in oil. And I suppose that would keep them moist, Rachel. If they look beautiful, I think that that's awesome. But if you still have them, Rachel, it should be good, right? I don't know. I hadn't heard that, but clearly it didn't hurt them. But the water is what will rehydrate them. That's what they need to have, be rehydrated. All right, so what am I talking about? I'm talking about reflective, that we can let us take in information and process it and own what's ours and let go of what is not ours. Reflect back out, right? So I think that that's an important lesson that we need to learn, is how to sort out what's ours and what's not ours. It's also because of the water content, it's all about our emotions, right? Because water is about how our emotions are fluid and move through us. So it is about our emotional state of being. They say it can stabilize the emotions. Yeah, that could be true, right? But I feel like it's also about how to be with our emotions, all of them. It will amplify. It says it will amplify. I'm not sure. You'll need to find that out. So be careful when wearing it. I don't like that piece, that it'll amplify whatever mood you're in. That's hard. So be careful when wearing. But it's a stone of the eyes, like our eyes are drawn to it. So it's about visions, having broad visions, fiery visions, flashy visions, a cosmic connection. It's very, very cosmic, very otherworldly, which is delicious. It's always been about love and passion, again, tying into that emotional state, love and opening your heart. This is key though too, again, about the reflecting. Let me read you this. In the metaphysical world, opals act as a prism within the aura, bringing a full spectrum of light energy to the system. That, I think, is very key. So as you're wearing a precious opal and it's flashing all the colors of the rainbow, bringing that into your field. It is soothing and clearing the emotional body and boosting the will to live and the joy of one's earthly existence. It enkindles optimism, enthusiasm, and creativity, and allows for the release of inhibitions, inspiring love and passion. When I read that line, I want to sing that song, "Release your inhibition," or whatever it is. All right. I hear it in my head, but I can't sing it right. Release your inhibition. Anyway, opals enhance cosmic consciousness and stimulate flashes of intuition and insight. Yet it is a protective stone for deep inner work, meditations, and lower world shamanic journeys. In connecting to the protection stone aspect of that sentence, I want to tell you that it was also years, centuries ago, people thought that wearing the opals could create invisibility. And so it was thought to be the protector of thieves, and its name was Patronus Forum. Patronus Forum. Now, I immediately went to, wait, let me see if I'm saying it right. I immediately went to Patronus. Wait, that's a word, Patronus? It's not just a Harry Potter word? No, yes. Forum, Patronus Forum. And Patronus means protector. So it was hard for me to actually find the word Patronus because all it wanted to talk about was Harry Potter. Yes, Janine, they only wanted to talk about Harry Potter and Patronus. But when I finally could dig through all of the Harry Potter bullshit, I found that, yes, the word Patronus originally meant protector. So it's a protector of the thieves. And so you could think of it as a protector of your own light, right? A protector of your energy field and the rainbow in your field. Your Patronus. So, all right, keep your opals moist and humid. Don't put them in chemicals. Don't leave them in the sunlight. Enjoy their flashy, fiery brilliance. If you don't have one, you have to get to the Dreaming Goddess because we have got a superb selection in all price ranges right now. And if you missed our opening yesterday, oh my gosh, we had fabulous attendance, right? We had our 50 people come, but you would never know that anybody touched that table. We just bought so much that it barely looks like there's a dent in it. So fear not. There are plenty of goodies left for you on that table, including many opals that will help to bring a joyous delight to your life. And so thank you for checking in with our Rocks with Rhi tonight. I'm live again tomorrow at 12 o'clock, and I'm actually going to continue this conversation about water tomorrow at 12 o'clock. And then on Thursday night, for our Thursday Night Crystal Live, we are going to be doing, well, Rachel, thank you for asking. All Thursday night on our live, I'm going to be doing the live from the tables at the store. So I'm going to start off by giving you a big panorama of the 2 6-foot tables. And actually, it's all along the walls and all, but we'll go from the tables. And so yes, opals, we can do the opals on Thursday and so many other fabulous new finds. It'll be a lot of fun. And maybe I'll even see you guys this weekend because I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. Find out why I could see you on the weekend tomorrow. So if you've liked this video, if it's been helpful, give me a like, give me a hey you, share it with your friends, tag your friends, give us a good review. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow at noontime. Mwah!